The loser bows out. There's no second chance. But the Tigers won in the playoff arena here last year, so it's game on at Headingley. And here are the two teams. First of all, the Rhinos. They have Cummins at fullback, three-quarters Sterling, Blackmore Senior and Pratt, Harris and Sheridan at halfback. In the forwards, Fleary, Jackson, McDermott, Morley, Sinfield and Hay. And on the bench, Powell, Farrell, Matthew and Mackay. The coach is Dean Lance. Now the Tigers, Gay at fullback, Wells, Eager, Mather, Rogers, Orr and Davis. The forwards, Sampson, Purcell, big blow, no Aaron Raper, Lynch, Harland, Shaw and Bowles the skipper. And the substitutes, Flowers, Tonks, Smith and Wayne Price. The coach is Stuart Raper. Well, Adrian Vowles, last year's Man of Steel. Next try for Castleford will be his 30th. This is his 46th consecutive appearance here. Man of Steel in 1999 as Castleford took the playoffs and indeed Super League 4 by storm. And the 1999 Club of the Year is here in numbers to cheer their heroes on to what would be another wonderful win, they hope. But the Leeds Rhinos, well, they have lost their last 3 and 4 of the last 5. And in Darren Rogers, the Castleford Tigers have the joint leading Super League try scorer. Disappointed to miss selection for England, so too Danny Orr. And Stuart Raper says that will be used as motivation to try and prove 1 or 2 people wrong. But Leeds, in playoff football over the past 2 years, played 6, lost 4 of them. Their only win here against Halifax and St Helens in 1998. But Iestyn Harris is back. He has landed 17 goals from his last 17 attempts. Whenever the lead skipper gets within pewee of the posts, you can bet your life the kicking team will be on the way out. Well, over the past 24 hours or so, people have been ringing me very concerned about Steve-O. He lost his voice last night. Steve-O, have you recovered?
No doubt about that. Maybe a little bit croaky, but I'm sure these two sides will give me quite a few problems, especially late in the game. This will be a cracker. We had a wonderful game last night.
And we're underway. Playoff number 2 of 2000. Sheridan underneath the kickoff. Tips the ball inside to Sinfield. Driving run at the chest of Vowles. Sinfield gets to his feet. Jackson was the dummy half. Here's Andy Hay, drafted in as a late replacement to the England World Cup squad. Jackson omitted. McDermott of Ireland. He drags it forward. Good tackling though from the Castleford defence again. Darren Shaw leading the way. Here now Darren Fleary. Tackled by Sampson. Also in there very quickly it was Andy Lynch. Sheridan with a kick over the top. Richard Gay, the fullback, moving across. He cut the danger out. And here come Castleford. First use of the football for them. 3 previous meetings this year could hardly have been closer. They lost to Leeds 18-20 at the Jungle in May. Lost 12-20 here in July. But they beat Leeds 2016 last month at the Jungle. And Stuart Raper has described this as their big night. This is the night that they've been working up to for over a month now.
Well, you talk about motivation, and this Castleford outfit do not need anything more than the mere fact that they are playing the Leeds Rhinos. They always try to bring their best when they come to Headingley.
Purcell with a little dab. Blackmore stood his ground. Cummins picks up for Leeds. Tried to set off on a run. Good tackling though by Brad Davis. Here now is Iestyn Harris. Harris is on his own. Tackled by Andrew Purcell. Big blow for Castleford, Steve-O. The fact that Aaron Raper is not fit to play, but Andy Purcell will let nobody down.
Certainly won't. He's filled in admirably this year. And as we saw, the hooker, little chip through. And it was good refereeing by Stuart Cummins. Blackmore didn't move. And Andrew Purcell tried his damnedest to try to kid the official.
That's the last tackle for Leeds. Jackson. It goes to Sheridan. Here's the kick down the wing, looking for Senior, maybe Pratt, but coming across there is Richard Gay. Just a little fumble. Hay leading the way. Good chase by Leeds on the kick, and Sheridan and Hay with the tackle. Gay felt that.
Solid tackle too. Loose forward Andy Hay. Really really got the shoulder into it. Richard Gay did the right thing. He's still in trouble down there. They're down to 12 men at the Tigers.
They are at the moment, and he's obviously twisted the ankle by the looks of things.
I think it's a knee that's a problem.
Here's Adrian Bowles, who's almost through, got the pass away to Purcell. Movement is kept going. This is Lynch. Now it's with Davis. Davis is tackled by Andy Hay.
Big game needed from Brad Davis.
Penalty, first of the match. Brad Davis trying to get to his feet. Andy Hay all over the top of him.
Trying to give him a bit of a facial. No doubt that the referee Stuart Cummins was going to give the penalty there. And real big problems for Richard Gay, who looks to be hobbling really badly. He's trying to run it out. They don't want to take him off as yet. He's refusing to leave the field. Two trainers in attendance to him.
Dean Lance, the Leeds Rhinos coach, and not too far away from him is Stuart Raper, the Castleford Tigers coach, watching as Dean Sampson goes on a run into the 20-metre zone. This is Davis. Now it's with Lynch, straight through and almost over the top of Jackson. There's Raper, the man who has turned this Castleford club around in the past 3 years. It's with Danny Orr, dancing little run from Orr, and Sampson was hunting on his inside. Haaland, 2 metres away, Haaland for the line, and just hauled back by a strong Leeds defence. Close.
Once again, a good tackle from Fleary. Oh, they got the overlap. They tried to get it away. They did.
Here now is Sampson again. Sampson out the back door. Lynch dumps it over the top to Danny Orr. Danny Orr slides the kick through to Davis. Davis will score. The referee might go for the video on this.
Was he onside?
Okay, we're looking to see whether he's onside from the quick quiz, John.
For the Castleford Tigers. A dab through, and it looks at this angle as though he might have been a touch offside. It's up to the video referee though.
Oh no, I think he was on. They'll bring the ball back to where he makes contact with the boot, which is just there. That's fine.
Just look at the lines on the pitch, that will tell you.
He's onside. Beautiful chip through there from Danny Orr. That fully deserved a try. The build-up, the Tigers kept this ball rolling along. Offloads were superb. 3 close to the line. And when the standoff got the ability to put it in, well, I can't understand why the video ref is hanging around for this. You can see the different shades of the green. He kicks on the dark. Davis is on the light. Well and truly onside. What a start for the Tigers. They're growling early.
They are indeed, and Davis believes he scored, and on the evidence of that video replay, I think we can say that he has. Davis waits, as we all do. And the try is given. What a start for Castleford. They knew behind the post. They had the banners held high.
The big question is, where on earth was the defence and where was the fullback when it was needed? Francis Cummins, you can see there, is just hanging around. He really should have been thinking about coming back. He was left in no man's land. He realises far too late. Davis doesn't. Super play. 2 halfbacks combining.
Well, he always seems to do well against Leeds, does Brad Davis. And he has not been offered a new contract yet for next year, the try scorer. He could be playing his last game for the Castleford Tigers, but not if they maintain this start. Danny Orr to add the extras here. No problem for Danny Orr. No problems at the moment for the Castleford Tigers. They lead 6-0. Stuart Raper, just the start he would have dreamed of last night.
Well, you can see with a high shot there. Look at the man circle, that's a fullback. Look at the area that he was left to kick into. Superb play. And Cummings was left in no man's land. Davis gleefully accepts it.
Well, they won here in the playoffs last year, and with a start like that of 6-0, their intentions are plain. They aim to shake Leeds to the roots yet again. High kick-off, and it's hanging in the sunshine over there. Davis gives it to Barry John Mather. Big charge forward by Hay and Morley. Here it is head-to-head between these two since 1973, over the past 27 years. Leeds shading it. And here at Headingley, all meetings, they have 12 more victories to their credit. That's a forward pass, though. Forward pass against Castleford. Sampson is bemused.
That looks all right, but I think that's the one that was the problem. Sampson's pass is okay. I'm not so sure about that one either. But Castleford, they've got the start they needed. And it was a good one from Brad Davies. He needed that try. He's yet to sign a contract for the Tigers for next year. So he wants a big game. He wants a big finish.
What have Leeds got then? This is Senior. Great tackle by Eager. The ball flicked back. Blackmore manages to retain possession for his side. Bowles and Rogers all over him. Rogers swung to the ground. There are many of these they've conceded the penalty now. But there are one or two of these Castleford players, Steve Bowles isn't one of them. He's involved in the World Cup with Scotland. But one or two of the Castleford players, they are on a mission to prove England coach John Keir wrong tonight.
Without a doubt, especially Danny Orr, of course, being left out, and the leading try scorer, with equal leading try scorer, of course, the winger Darren Rogers. He wants to prove a few things.
Here's Morley. Morley also in his last Headingley appearance, no matter what the result tonight. Leeds won't be back here this year. Good ball inside, it's Darren Fleary. And Fleary to within 2 metres of the... Oh, he moved off the mark a mile there.
Well,
and it has to be a penalty.
Sheer stupidity from the prop forward.
He has to stand up and play the ball where the tackle was completed, not 2 or 3, 4 steps further forward.
Brad. They're just trying to make sure that Brad Davies got out of the way, but right in front of the official. Well, that is a crime, and that is a sin.
Stay on side, fellas.
And it's something that I'm sure that Dean Lance will have a few words. The message will get out very quickly. We cannot afford to throw away a position like that.
Well, Headingley is no place for half-fit players or faint-hearted tonight. They were last time champions in 1972, the Leeds Rhinos, and at the moment Castleford bossing this match in terms of possession. And the Rhinos have only been crowned champions 3 times previously. It's their holy grail.
Pretty similar to last year, Eddie, when of course Castleford came up with 2 great wins in the playoff, especially the one at Wigan, JJB Stadium, and they're utilising the kick on that particular day was outstanding. They scored 2 tries with kicks, and they've emulated that already. Such an important facet now is the short kick, and there's no better exponent than Danny Orr with that.
Also an important facet, the kick and chase and the kick downfield. Big hit then by Bowles on Sterling, but here now is Pratt.
Oh, he's gone again.
Bowles again. Well, he was man of steel in 1999. A lot of people say he hasn't come up to the mark in the year 2000. The referee has got them for offside at the play of the ball here.
Well, 3 on the trot for the Tigers skipper. And they just moved over it. Right, standing square, and there was a couple out wide offside.
Clock is stopped because the 2 footballs on the pitch. The referee wants the other one cleared, which it now is.
Well, it's a good ploy by the Tigers. They always want to try to get in the face of any opposition, but they seem to do it with glee against Leeds.
Oh, that was McDermott on Adrian Bowles.
Bit of his own back there.
Here's Jackson, Lee Jackson. Michael Eager with a very important tackle. He's lost it. He's lost the ball. Knock on.
Another mistake. Well, all that good work coming to naught.
Is that naught or nout?
Nout.
Adrian.
But in Yorkshire, aren't we?
You know.
Well, you can cut that naught with a knife. Jackson, Lee Jackson, 20th consecutive start at hooker. Overlooked, of course, by England coach John Keir. Another one.
Well, either naught or nout. Doesn't matter. I can assure that Leeds coach Dean Lance will be far from impressed from that. It was a good run as well from Jackson.
Here's Darren Shaw now. He knows all about cup upsets, this fellow. He was a member of the Sheffield Cup winning team of 1998. Had a fine first season with the Tigers too, Darren Shaw. And Richard Gay, he looks as though he's run off that injury. Ooh, and Barry McDermott over the top as Lee Jackson took him low down. Purcell.
Certainly was a left swinging arm.
Enveloped there by Morley was Danny Orr. Morley was all over him as soon as he received that football.
Well, they're certainly matching it, aren't they, out there, especially in the forwards. It's going to be a tough encounter.
Good kick downfield by Davis to relieve the pressure, but on the first bounce, it's into the arms of Francis Cummins. Cummins takes it to the left-hand side, and it's lush at Headingley. It's obviously going to be a problem for the players to keep their feet. Pratt does well, gets the ball away to Cummins, just ankle tapped.
Pretty dangerous pass though there from Pratt.
Tackle was completed by Lynch. Here now is Keith Senior.
That nearly was intercepted by the centre, Barry John Mather.
Paul Sterling. Weaving run from Paul Sterling. Terrific run. Great stuff.
That'll lift their spirits. That's what they needed.
Another one on his last appearance at Headingley. This is 100th appearance for Leeds for Sterling. Senior struggling to his feet, gets to his feet, plays the ball. Jackson finds Sheridan. He hoists the kick. Eager's underneath it. Oh, they nearly made a meal of it. Eager and Gay, but the Australian, he took control of the situation. Or should I say the Irishman took control of the situation.
Irish Aussie, to be sure. And he was short. Took it very well indeed.
Sampson.
That's back to 6. That was touched by a Leeds player, but the official hasn't seen it, I don't think.
No, he's missed that.
There you see it, it was Fleary that just got a fingertip to it. Missed by Mr. Cummings.
Here's Vowles. Andy Lynch. Andy Lynch, good tackling by Sinfield, helped out by Harris. Andy Purcell is the dummy half. It's Adrian Vowles, the first receiver. He drives it towards Jackson, was thinking about spinning and offloading, but Jackson and McDermott completely wrapped him up. Purcell. Danny Orr, little dab over the top again. Richard Gay is after this. Cummins comes out and drops it. Oh, a good job he got to it too in the second occasion, because they were hunting then.
Well, he's not having the best start, Francis Cummings. He's had a very, very good season, and you can see that the pressure applied to him. And again, the little chip over, full-back applied that pressure. Good job that he wasn't falling on the second occasion, because Danny Orr just about to sneak, pick it up off the ground. It would have been an open run. Well, yet another mistake from Leeds.
But a great opportunity for Castleford. Danny Orr again. Harris and Hay with the tackle. Eager is the dummy half, and he comes down the blind side. Showed it to Vowles.
Oh, it would have been on as well. There was a huge gap there. If it had offloaded.
Rogers. Touch of forward maybe. Lynch is allowed to continue by referee and touch judge.
Leeds defence having a little bit of a trouble trying to get the ball carrier down.
Harlan to Sampson. Oh, Jackson got fingertips to that. Little knock on.
Well, he took the gamble and it failed.
He went for it, didn't he?
But this has given them another chance, another 6. If you're going to do that within your own quarter, you've got to make sure. He didn't. It's pressure time for that fella, Dean Lance.
And for Stuart Raper, but Castleford have made the better start. 14 minutes gone. They lead 6-0 in possession here with Richard Gay. Great tackle, Harris.
Picked him out, sized him up, crunched him.
Now then, Eager has swapped over. Dropped it. Under pressure from Blackmore. Great defence from the big Kiwi.
Great work. Slammed him down. Or was it? Did Blackmore get a hand to this? I think he might have. Either way, it's pretty difficult, even at slow motion. Well, they're hanging on now, Leeds, I can assure you. They really have to just settle down. Composure will be the key. Try to wind it up, get the forwards running. Hayes doing that.
He is. Good run from him, but he's halted. And let me just remind you, the prize that these two are playing for tonight is a trip to Odsal next Saturday night in the next stage of the playoffs. St Helens will go to Wigan on Friday. No one will be eliminated from that, but someone will be here and someone will be next Saturday as well. It's knockout football all the way for Leeds and Castleford, and now for Bradford also. Morley.
Get out of the way to Danny Orr.
Purcell did so well then. He just held on to Morley's ankles. He couldn't move an inch. This is Fleary.
He's a tackling machine, Eddie Andrew Purcell. That is the one advantage. Okay, he's lost the attacking force of Aaron Raper, but Purcell, his defensive attitude will certainly help.
Oh, it's play on. Sinfield inside to Sterling. He's over and that should be drilled into professional players is to catch the high ball on the full.
Never mind professional players, you drum it into them at school. Kids do this, you don't let it go like that. It is a softie. Sterling won't mind, Leeds won't mind. It's got them back in this game. They were looking very shaky indeed. Option with a kick from Harris. But what on earth were they doing here? Eager, allow the ball to bounce. He really should have gone for it. He knows that now, it's too late. Silver lining with Sterling.
Yes, a try against Castleford last month also. And one here in 1999 when Leeds went on to win 50 points to 22. Well, this is meat and drink to Iestyn Harris. Bang in front of the sticks. He's into three figures for goal kicking this year. And this is certain to be 102 for the year 2000. And two priceless points for Leeds, because it puts them back on level pegging with the Tigers. Rhinos 6, Tigers 6.
What an amazing game this can be. Stuart Raper realises that two mistakes. Remember, Castleford were applying the pressure way downfield. High ball, and Eager allowed it to bounce. What a mistake that was. Good work though from Sinfield, and good work from the winger. He came off the whitewash. He was sniffing perhaps for the mistake. It came. Boy, they needed that.
Well, Michael Eager lost possession of the football to give Leeds possession in their own half, and Michael Eager didn't go for the high kick downfield, which gifted the try to Paul Sterling. Oh, that's a long kick-off, and it looked as though it might be sailing out on the full, but Sinfield didn't take the gamble, standing just a metre in behind his own try line.
Such a talent, isn't he, the young second rower Sinfield?
Yes, and selected for England too.
That didn't surprise me though.
Morley, the England vice-captain. Great ball, Jackson. On it goes to Harris. Leeds getting on the roll here. Sinfield out to Blackmore. Blackmore being forced to the line, but gets it away to Sterling. And Sterling is tackled by Fowles and Dean Sampson. Little bit of a mini crisis for Castleford now.
Wonderful sliding defence there by the Tigers. They didn't panic. When the ball got out wide to Blackmore, they were always going to shuffle him out wide.
Sheridan, angled run. The tackle not complete by Shaw. It is now by Sampson. That's the last for Leeds. Another kick maybe from Harris coming up here. It is, but it's a totally different kick. Having said that, Gay, he didn't quite get to the pace of it, allowed it to bounce, but claimed it well, and Pratt got the tackle in.
Most important factor about that when the kick came off, Richard Gay, he followed it all away. He knew exactly what was happening. Good positional play in the end.
Fowles. Oh, great tackle by Sterling on Eager. Fowles again. Rogers. Rogers running flat. Now we'll straighten it up. Good tackle by Hay. Davis. Sampson. Fleary jumped at him, and Sampson keeps the legs pumping a couple more metres further forward.
Good option that, with Davis going in there, mix and matching with a hooker, Andrew Purcell. Normally Aaron Raper, of course, would handle that department. Good work from Danny Hall, though.
And a kick downfield, but straight down the throat of Cummins. Back come the Leeds Rhinos. Mather nearly lost his footing as he made that tackle.
Right down the throat of the full-back, but he was put under a lot of pressure. He had to work well, did the standoff, Danny Hall. Neat little sidestep, got him away. At least he got the kick in.
Senior to his feet, plays it to Pratt. Pratt then tips the ball inside.
Well, I think Leeds have realised now that they really can't match it going down the middle.
Oh, as you say that, McDermott drills a big hole up the middle.
Good run.
Jackson, here's Harris. Leeds have the sniff of something. It's with Sinfield. Blackmore's had his outside, so too Sterling. And Sterling tackled by Michael Eager. That's the last for Leeds. Wait for the kick again from Harris. It's with the Welshman. Crossfield, high, dangerous kick. Barry John Mather under it. Ball knocked back and picked up. It'll be a knock-on against Castleford.
Who is hurt? John Wells put his body on the line, and another mistake of a head and feet to Leeds. Now, did Pratt get there, or was it Barry John Mather?
It's Mather, because the referees give head and feet to Leeds. That might have come off Pratt.
Let's go, here's your mark, fellas.
Pretty hard to decide there, but John Wells, senior, came in right over the top.
They're having a shocker with the high kicks. Castleford.
Okay, Danny Lee, stay in there.
Well, they got the first try from it. Not surprising, they went the second option and did a high one yet again.
And here they are on the attack now with Harris. Long ball to Blackmore. He's got to get round Eager, and he can't. He's lost it. The ball went backwards, did it? No.
Knock on. Well, the crowd don't like it. But
Neither does Harris or Blackmore.
I think the touch judge has got it right. No, it looked to me as though Rodgers got the right fingertip to it. I think Rodgers knocks his out. That certainly went backwards either way. Watch for the hand. Oh, that was flipped out by Rodgers. And the Tigers, just a stroke of luck going their way.
Get in.
Well, that scrum had broken before the ball had cleared.
Here we go.
The Tonks has come on for Andy Lynch, and this is Darren Shaw, and that's a big hit by Adrian Morley. I know they have new faces coming in here next year, Leeds Rhinos, but boy, they will miss Adrian Morley.
Well, his international class is all quality. Went through a little bit of a dip in form. Oh, did well there, Mother, exceptionally well. He's such a big man, but made sure his head didn't hit the whitewash.
Here's Sampson again. He disappears under Fleary and Hay. It's the last one. Sampson looking for the penalty. It didn't come. Little dab over the top from Davis is gobbled up by Lee Jackson.
Well, was he obstructed? Not really. Good position by the referee, Stuart Cummings. But again, the little chip over, just creating a bit of concern in this Leeds defence.
Jackson trying to go round Adrian Vowles. Danny Orr was there as well. Well, of course, it's all building nicely now. The pot is bubbling away towards the grand final of Super League 5. It's Saturday, October the 14th. Think you might know that date by now. It kicks off at 6:30. Good ball inside to Sinfield. The try for Leeds. Created by Harris and scored by Kevin Sinfield.
Amazing how things can turn around, but the skipper was superb there. Run the arc on the tight side, on the blind side. Watch him run out. See how they held off him. And as soon as Danny Orr didn't make the tackle, Sinfield, great support play. So much talent. Created the first try after the mistake from Eager. Did Sinfield. Now he gets on the score sheet. Well deserved. Created by the skipper, but watch Danny Orr commit himself. See how he just hung out of that one line of defence. He can't afford to do that. It allowed the lead skipper to gain momentum. He produced a pass, and this fellow went in for a vital try. Surely this will be converted.
Well, Kevin Sinfield celebrating his 50th appearance for the Rhinos with the try that puts them ahead. And now Iestyn Harris again, almost bang in front of the sticks to add the extra two. This for 12-6 to the Rhinos. And ever since they got themselves back into the game with that gift of a try, Leeds have been running the show. Harris adds the extras as you would expect. It's Leeds 12, Castleford 6.
See the two defenders, they're going backwards. You've got to move on, get into their faces. See how they're just hanging away. And when Danny Orr hung off just for that 1 metre, there was always going to be opportunities, and this guy took it. He'll be pleased, Dean Lance. Well, a bit rocky to start with. Castleford coach Stuart Raper not too impressed. He knows that they were caught there on that short blind side.
So Danny Orr kicks off as Leeds make a change with the big men up front. But young Kevin Sinfield, grand final winner at academy level for each of the last 2 years. Now Kevin Sinfield is hunting the big one.
Well,
Morley,
really
Jackson,
on the roll now, the Rhinos.
Matthew, everything is starting to click. Everything is starting to stick for Leeds.
And the big problem that Castleford have, they're starting to just fall off the ball carrier. And you saw on that last try that their defensive quality, there's a problem there.
It's Lee Jackson.
Certainly a problem for the hooker. It's a next situation. let's see how it went straight down into his head, and he could not protect himself. Danny Ord held on to the arms and the ball,
and there was Tonks and Purcell on top of him.
Oh, that was a nasty hit into the ground.
Well, let's hope he's all right.
Oh, I hope so.
He's still down. The arms are moving though, as the kick over the top is gathered in by Richard Gay, and now he's up on his haunches.
Well, that's a good sign. It really took a bad knock there. That is a great sign to see that arms and legs are moving.
He's okay. Just in a little bit of pain at the moment, but he's a tough cookie, is Lee Jackson.
Well, they know that Jackson's out on the wing, and Adrian Vowles, the Castleford skipper, was saying, get the ball out wide. That's what they're trying to do.
Good tackle by Senior, though, on Danny Orr.
Still on the wing is Jackson. And trouble for Danny Ord as well.
This is Tonks, and he's all wrapped up by Adrian Morley. Danny Orr limping away. Davis with the big hoof downfield. Just bouncing away from Cummins, but he gathers it safely in. And the chase arrives in the shape of Adrian Vowles, Mr. Perpetual Motion. Sterling.
Well, with such a long season, it's inevitable that some of these players out there would have gone into the match perhaps about 90%, 85% fit. And when you get a couple of knocks, it certainly can bring you back down to about 40%. And you cannot afford to carry anybody out there.
Matthew plays it 40 metres away from his own line. Here now is Harris. Little dink over the top by Harris. It was read by Davis. And the tackle completed by Sinfield.
Little option as well, but Davis always drops back into the sweeper position.
Eager to Rogers. Rogers saw a gap and Matthew did well.
Neat little inside pass.
Here's Lee Harlan now. They're tackling in bunches, the Leeds Rhinos. Vowles. Tonks again. Trundles it straight at Jackson. Jackson fully recovered from the bang to the neck. Purcell. Davis. Kick over the top and wide. Great run. Wells will score! What a fabulous try! He is going to check whether he's onside again, but the kick has undone Leeds again if the video ref gives this the green light.
Beautiful kick over. You could see that Pratt had come in from the wing. He was in no man's land. This is going to be very difficult to see. There's the boot. I think he's all right. Oh, he's definitely onside. Once again, the way that the groundsman has mowed this pitch. He's right on the two shades. Oh, he's onside. And Carl Pratt has been caught out big time. What a wonderful try. Surely this will be TR White. Now watch for it there. Now it's well on its way, and he hasn't appeared to get into it. He's well onside by about 2 meters. But look at Carl Pratt. He's in no man's land. No passport, no visa. He had straight the way through.
Video referee is convinced the try is given, and Castleford won't lie down. And those kicks, little dab forward for the first, long raking kick out wide for the second.
Absolutely superb pinpoint kick, and Pratt knew. Soon as that ball left the boot, Carl Pratt went, oh, I don't think I'm in the right position here. Well, he said. And not 3 holes in the ground, it's 4 points on the scoreboard. Superb rugby league football. Doesn't come much better than this.
Well, he is in absolutely red-hot form, John Wells. A new 2-year deal, signed, sealed and delivered, and he's 22 years of age today. That's a beautiful birthday gift. Now then, Danny Orr from out on the touchline. Big question mark against the kicker here. Can he answer it in the affirmative? No. Well struck, but no reward. 12-10. Stuart Raper's moved down to the benches. ground level. John Wells screaming for that ball to be kicked out wide, and it was delivered to him on a silver platter.
Well, I've often said so many times in the past that the surest way to beat a tight sliding defence will be a kick out wide, and that was a superb example.
High kick underneath it, Davis, inside it goes then to Darren Shaw.
Well, that's a lift that they needed. It really was a purple patch for about 15 minutes for the Leeds Rhinos. They really started to look strong. They were getting over the advantage line, and it looked as though they were bossing things out there.
Sampson does well, gets it away to Tonks. The pass to Barry John Mather wasn't the best. He had to bend all of his 6'4" frame then to collect it from round his ankles.
Well, as you know, Eddie, you're a tall man. It's not easy to bend down that quick.
It isn't. No comment. Purcell to Davis. Oh, great ball, but was it forward? Screen from the south stand. Rodgers! Oh, he tried to get the ball inside. It came off the tackler. Yeston Harris has saved a 4-pointer. And who will get head and feet here?
Superb tackle. Good attacking play. He got it away, tried to get it back on the inside. This should be a head and feet to Leeds.
Yeah, it will be.
Even if the ball had gone back on the inside and touched Harris, he made no play for it. But what a superb try-saving tackle.
Well, Rodgers could see the whitewash beckoning, and Yeston Harris could see Rodgers and signed him up and sorted him out. Good tackle by Oran Cummins. No one at dummy half. Flowers has got it back. That's great play. That's really alert play from the substitute. There was nobody there.
Can't say that about Leeds. They're asleep.
Flowers again. Flowers. Well, Castleford. What a kick. Purcell. The charge from Shaw. Held up by Matthew and Sheridan. Purcell. Danny Orr. Brad Davis. Inside Harris, but he held on to the shirt tails. And he got the ball away. Purcell again. Eager wants it. Purcell out to Rodgers. Rodgers! He'll get there. Rodgers will get there. Now then, just a minute. Just a minute. Oh, has he put a foot in touch? It's to be checked. And Yeston Harris disputing the fact that Flowers dived and wasn't standing square. But he's not interested in that. Did Rodgers put a foot in touch?
Well, we'll wait and see. I don't think he did. No.
Yes,
he did.
Oh,
it slid away. Well, we often talk about the lush turf here. Well, he was right on the spot, wasn't he, there, the flag waver. This will be no try. That there is no doubt. And thankfully, the official, Stuart Cummins, took advice from the touch judge, went to the screen. That's the reason why we have it. Disappointment there for Rodgers.
Well, Rodgers believes he was mugged last week when he would have got his 21st try of the regular season and got a £1,000 prize. Tonight, the turf at Headingley has cost his team the lead.
Well, he'll claim he didn't touch the whitewash. He took the divot, but it went over the line, which is sufficient.
Castleford now are offside.
But that was superb play by Purcell. He threw the dummy.
Oh! They've had that ball downfield, did not found touch Leeds.
What another mistake. Well, Dean Lance, 10 minutes ago, would have been thinking we are in full control of this.
Stay out of it, fellas, Brad.
It's obviously the pressure. It's getting to the players completely.
Well, it is getting to the players. This is the most important month of the season, and St Helens proved last night that the last play of the match and the last match of the season, the most important. And Castleford are determined that this is not going to be their last match of the year 2000. Sampson to Rodgers, back it goes to Eager. But no progress made on that particular tackle by the Tigers. Eager gets to his feet. Purcell to Davis, to Danny Orr. He steps inside Adrian Morley.
Did well to get that ball away. Now the nose of chase is pretty good.
Here's Carl Pratt. A hole for Carl Pratt. He had to go round his own man then. Vowles got to him eventually. Plays the ball to Morley.
Good work from the winger. He got caught out with the last strike for Wells, but he certainly made up for there. That's a vital break.
Sterling over the top of Rodgers, gives it to Harris. Here's Morley. Morley was thinking about the flick out the back. Darren Powell on for young Kevin Sinfield. One end of the age scale to the other there. Matthew. Good tackle by Shaw and Sampson on over the top. Harris, it goes to Sheridan. Hay wants it.
Well spotted there by Brad Davies. Took the man, ball and all. Good work on the prop forward, Barry McDermott. Oh.
Darryl Powell's first touch and he dropped it.
Well, he's becoming a nightmare for them. You could see there, he took his eyes off the football. He knew that Adrian Vowles was coming right into his face. And that's the reason why he knocked on.
Castleford. Just the divot finding its way onto the touchline, costing them the lead. Ball drops, but it went backwards. Here comes Flowers.
Well, at least they're trying to keep the ball alive.
Sampson's away! Sampson up the middle! Vowles wants it!
Vowles, he didn't even look. Vowles raises the arm in anguish, and that's got to be a penalty.
It is.
Well, what a golden opportunity. Surely they'll take the 2 points on offer, but it could very well have been 6. And it was the trailing left arm of the full-back Francis. There's the break. Morley, not the best attempt at tackle, and just on the inside, just out of your view, was the skipper, Adrian Vowles. He was screaming. Sampson said, "I ain't listening."
There was a super break up the middle. Vowles was on his right-hand side. To be fair to Sampson, he had just moved to the left, and his vision was that way. But had he spotted Adrian Vowles, this wouldn't be a penalty from here. It would be a conversion from under the sticks.
Yeah, well, I'll have a word with
Little doubt.
Lee. Right, Danny, set it up.
Well, Stuart Raper and Dean Sampson know the opportunities have come knocking.
Well, this is a break yet again. You can see Vowles trailing him. As soon as he makes a break, Vowles says, "Give me back on the inside." You could see the fullback. Cummins had to commit himself. Either way, it was a wonderful piece of work from the big prop forward. He's also got a lot to prove.
And he is going around again next year, Dean Sampson. Fancies another 12 months.
Yep, he admitted to me a week last Wednesday that would be the case, and he's looking forward to it.
Danny Orr then with his penalty to square it up. Oh, he's missed it. That could be a huge miss in the overall context of this match. He got the distance. They're going to get the ball back from the dropout, but he didn't get the direction.
Well, heavy breathing from Stuart Raper, a confused look on the face of Dean Lance.
That's a great dropout.
Tense moments for both sides here. This is where you really have to dig deep just before the half-time break. Make sure the defence is solid, and they're doing that to Leeds.
Yes, neither side will want to concede anything now with 2 minutes to go to the half-time siren.
Well, we've already seen the half-hearted attempt that allowed Sampson through, and it was that man Morley. Not the best attempt at the big fella.
Here's Adrian Vowles again. Blackmore stood his ground. Purcell again at dummy half to Davis. Here's Tonks. That's a good ball to Flowers, and he was gathered in by Lee Jackson.
Well spotted by the hooker. A neat little short pass. There's a kick yet again into the corner.
Sterling's under it. He's allowed it to bounce, and he took the gamble, and it spun over the dead ball line. But Davis's kicks causing all sorts of trouble.
It's amazing how they allow this ball to hit terra firma. We all know what the shape of a rugby league ball can do when it hits the ground. It can go actually anywhere. Stuart Cummings not happy with it.
Well, there was
wait until the whistle.
and some Castleford players coming back from an offside position.
Here we go, look. Marcus Sweat.
Morley, last minute of the first half.
Stand up.
Leeds looking to capitalise on the possession they have. Matthew.
Right, Lee, get off him. Here we are, make the 10.
Jackson's the dummy half. Powell takes it cleanly. Finds Harris. Hard run from Harris. Gets the ball away to Blackmore. Blackmore inside to Darryl Powell. Darryl Powell to the line. Not got the speed he used to have. Powell's claimed it. 20 seconds remaining. Blackmore. Sterling. Oh!
Can't
Sheridan.
believe that. What on earth? They have just blown it. Well, Darryl Powell, he went there. It was like one of those old black and white movies, wasn't it? Darryl Powell trying to get the legs pumping. Adrian Vowles, who's not young, I can assure you, and not the most speediest person out there. But someone had just put their finger in the newsreel.
But it was a penalty to Castleford because Sterling was stood in an offside position when he picked up the ball off Ryan Sheridan, and Dean Sampson has just taken the last tackle of a frantic and frenetic first half.